Hi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to make this beautiful Christmas themed envelope book. This book is full of vintage charm. I hope you'll love it as much as I do. It's an absolutely perfect Christmas crafting project. If you want to join along, I'll include the details of the kit I'm using in the description below. These envelopes are actually made using German Christmas postcard designs. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I love the combination of festive images and beautiful handwriting. Now I'm going to start by carefully cutting out my envelopes. You really want to be as accurate as possible here, which is why I'm using a scalpel and a ruler. You don't have to use a scalpel or a craft knife. You could always use scissors. If you do go a little bit wonky, don't worry. You may just need to do a little bit of trimming of your envelope just to even it up a bit. And after all, we are going for an old vintage look here. As I'm cutting out my envelope, I'm also going to be scoring down the fold lines. This does take a bit of patience, but it's well worth it. Now the basis of our book is going to be 6 envelopes. This is such a fun project, and I think it would be great added to a larger junk journal. I'm just going to finish scoring the fold lines. And there we have it, envelope number 1. Now with my circular hole punch, I'm just going to create a semicircle opening at the top of the envelope. This will just make it easier when it comes to using my envelope. Now this is optional, but I'm just going to use a corner rounder to round off the corners of my envelope flap. If you make these envelopes, when you print them out, you could always print a patterned paper on the back. I've cut out the 6 envelope designs I'm going to use for my Christmas book. Now I need to start attaching the envelopes to each other. This is actually quite a straightforward process. I'm going to use the tab of one envelope to glue it to the back of another. So I'm just going to add plenty of glue along this patterned edge. Now I'm going to firmly attach it to the other envelope. I just keep checking the back and the front just to make sure that both envelopes are lined up. Now I just need to keep repeating the process with the remaining envelopes. So I'm just going to add plenty of glue down the pattern tab, and I'm going to attach it to the back of the previous envelope. Again, just checking it's lined up properly. I'm slowly creating a concertina type effect. You can see the book shape forming already. Now again, I'm going to glue down the tab and attach the two envelopes together. With each additional envelope, you really do need to make sure that everything's lined up. It's so easy for things to move slightly out of alignment. Now we really do have the start of a book. The handwriting on these postcards looks so beautiful. So once again, I'm adding plenty of glue down the pattern tab and attaching one envelope to another. I'm now just going to add the very last envelope. Now I'm going to start gluing close the envelopes. I'm starting with the front cover and I'm gluing the side and the bottom tabs. I'm using a strong glue here just to make sure that my book holds together really well. Now for all the other envelopes, I'm just going to glue the bottom tab. Just going to keep repeating the process until all of the envelopes are glued together. Now I need to secure the spine of my book. All of the envelopes are actually open at this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a piece of paper. This helps keep the envelopes aligned, securely bound, and it will close up that end of the envelopes. Now I've just used a short piece of paper here, but I actually recommend that you use a piece of paper that's probably twice the length and that you go right to the top of your envelopes. It's just something I wish I'd done whilst creating this book. It'll just hold the envelopes together slightly better. Now again, I'm using plenty of glue. Now this will make more sense when you come to do this yourself. I'm gluing the piece of paper over the side of the envelopes, not including the front and the back. This is the point at which I glue down the front of my book. And I'm now going to do the same to the back cover. And we now have a fully formed envelope book. Now I've decided to cover my spine with this beautiful ribbon, and I think the easiest way to do it is just to attach it using some double-sided sticky tape. If you don't have any ribbon, I think maybe some lace or some patterned paper would also work really well here. I'm now just adding some double-sided sticky tape to the back of my book. I just need to trim it down a bit. And I'm just sticking the ribbon onto the back. I'm now going to add these Velcro dots to my envelopes. They're perfect for keeping them closed. I didn't want to use any kind of closure that was going to cover up the beautiful images. These postcard images are so beautiful. And I've noticed that the envelope flaps are starting to curl. This is actually a happy accident. It's just adding to that old vintage feel. Now you could use 1 or 2 Velcro dots to work as closure for your envelope. It's just personal choice, both work equally well. As a lover of rusty paper clips, I think they would make a great alternative to the Velcro dots. Just as a way of closing your envelopes, literally just put the paper clip over the top of the envelope. And here's my finished book. Now I just had to ink the edges just to finish off my book. And I've just added a few pieces of ephemera and journaling cards just to give you an idea of how it could look. Red and white twine is super festive, and it also helps to keep my book closed. I hope you've enjoyed this crafting project. It was certainly fun to do. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.